With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second and a yard, Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They go play action with Jackson on the move to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. Fake to Mixon, and now look to throw. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's taken in by Duvernay. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. On 3rd down, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Jackson. Flushed out right. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now it's Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off at the 16. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
They ain't ready for us.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost them.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left.
For the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Flush to his right. An injured player on the field. Oh, boy, is that who I... While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. It's a gain of 5, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
First down. Here's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. They go play action now. Jackson steps away. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
4th down, here's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Room to run past midfield.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Jackson looking to throw on third.
They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they have it right.
Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A handoff to Mixon, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Here's a give to Mixon. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 3rd down, Mixon. Finding room to the 20, and he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
McPherson's kick is good.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. Mixon with a first down and more. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
Ravens. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Joe Mixon. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And oh, what a catch! Touchdown Bengals! C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Look at the big man rumble. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. Now Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. To throw again is Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DJ Reader able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They begin with a run by Mixon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Burrow will throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Here we go.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now Burrow. That's complete to Hightower. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Hightower, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Play action. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Back now in Baltimore. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bengals drive about to get going. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 5 yards remain on second down. Burrow looking to pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now it's Burrow.
This will be taken in by Hightower. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Mixon with a first down carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Anthony Averett picks it. And he is all the way up past the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines,
he's got a man complete. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10. it looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Jackson. Flush to his right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They go play action with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.